he said this about a rebuild.
I mean, it's professional sports. You play to win. I mean, that's how I view it, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. And if you're one of those people that believe that, then you're entitled to believe in that. But that's not why I signed up to play the game, and that's not the game that I know. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, I guess you can. That's one perspective, but I don't really. Yeah, that's not really one that resonates with me. So it's kind of hard to understand that.
And then he's since training camp is open, he said, "Oh, I want to be here. I love being here." Like he sort of walked it back, but I feel like this is the most smoke there's ever been for an actual potential trade.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I am one to believe where there's smoke, there's fire.
So you're thinking,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Are you thinking like deadline he goes to a contender?
I believe I told you guys before we broke for the summer that I could really see things heating up after the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a couple of scenarios here that I'm sure is trying to be figured out or played out as we speak. And one of them is a sale
Of the Penguins.
of the Penguins.
And how would that affect things?
Well, he negotiated a 2-year deal last summer.
Yeah.
This is the final year of that 2-year deal. That was with the current ownership group of John Henry, of course, of great fame with the Boston Red Sox.
They love him in Boston.
Right? I'm just saying, though. So
They couldn't hate him.
So now, there's thoughts that there's a new family. Elliot reporting that there's a Hoffman family out there ready to pounce on an ownership group. So where there are some thoughts and ideas a year ago from the current ownership, promises made, futures being talked about. Where does that leave moving forward? If there's a new pending owner, majority owner, whatever was possibly talked about, does it get held up? Does it not? So many dynamics on where the Penguins are going.
So you think there's a chance that they're like, Sid is an asset to the franchise. We want to sell the franchise while he's here. We promised the new owner he's going to be here. We're not selling a Sidless team.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
And can I just, he has this year and next year under contract. He's a free agent in 2027, 2028. So
No.
He's under contract until in 25, 26, and 26, 27. Yeah.
So, okay,
So
that's
he-
right. So he signed with 1 year off his old deal.
Correct.
So he's got this year and
then
next year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're buying a year and a half of Sid.
You're buying
when
a
you get
year
him
and a
at
half
the
of
deadline.
Sid. Okay.
So let's just say, for example, you start firing up your wonderful trade boards for Sportsnet.ca,
Yeah.
saying you're still going to do that. Like,
Yeah.
Are we going to be talking about Sidney Crosby as like the trade deadline prize? It just feels like such weird timing for all this to start. Like it feels like it would have
Yeah.
gone into a season, like him joining a team mid-year.
Mid-season.
It all just feels dirty.
Yeah,
a little weird.
It's whatever vibe you get out of what Pittsburgh's season may look like, or it's one thing to talk about they're not going to be good, but then there's another thing living it and watching these guys every day play and the body language and all of it. So it all depends on Sid moving forward. Elliot, I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Of course, it's his call. That's about as obvious as can be. But how can he handle if they are struggling immensely between now and getting to the Olympics? And does he buy his own time, or does he push for something to happen?
They're really not good. Like looking at that roster, at the top of the roster, it's him and Gino. Gino's 40 years old this season at some point. Brian Rust, 33, and Raquel, whatever. And then it's Kevin Hayes, Tommy Novak, Mantha, Heinen, Achari, Lizotte, Tomasino, Brazeau, Connor Dewar. Like they're not very good.
Dewar. Interesting. The dudes.
The dudes.
So-
they're back. New year.
Even if there is a pending sale, like to your point earlier, like if you're the new owners, like what do you think?
I'm the new owners. I'm like,
You keep
I
them.
want a discount if you trade them.
Or I want to trade them. We're moving forward here.
I actually think you could sell to the new ownership group that what you want is not Sid. You want a winning hockey team. And the best chance of fielding one is trading Sid. We have If you look at the Penguins, the next 3 years, they have just the most draft picks in the first 3 rounds. 3 firsts, 8 seconds, 7 thirds. Like
Dubas is historically great at drafting, so it should be no problem.
well, they got a lot of bullets in the game.
And he would
Bunch of 5'9" Greyhounds coming right up.
he's not doing his
everything's
job.
great.
Kyle Dubas is not doing his job properly if he's not potentially
Gino?
looking at
He's in his last year.
trade potentials for Sid. So I can tell
But
you.
do you want to be the guy who traded Sid? Who traded Malkin?
Somebody has to be.
Yeah, I think you have no choice.
Somebody has to be.
It is a
Particularly if they ask for it, it helps a lot.
it is a brutal spot for Dubas though, because like you said, he's picking where he's going, Kip. Like he's not gonna be like, yeah, trade me to the
it's
man.
gonna be
there.
Marchand last year. And they're gonna be
But
like, oh,
he
they got
is
a third
picking,
that could be a second for,
yeah,
for
But
Sid.
Kyle should be talking to 3 or 4 teams.
And those
about
teams are Kip.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
Habs fan.
they've had talks.
It's
for
getting
Sid.
real.
My biggest sports nightmare maybe ever. Like
Your
that's
favorite player going to
yeah,
the
my favorite
the
athlete
Habs?
of all time going to the Leafs.
This is my nightmare.
Colorado.
I think it would be fantastic
Yeah,
if he went to Montreal.
Yeah, great. So great. Yeah, the history.
Oh, every Saturday night,
Oh, yeah, great.
hockey night in Canada,
Oh,
Sid.
yeah, what a dream. What are the other teams? What are the other teams? What are the other
They got a top
teams?
5
What?
center in the league there in Suzuki.
What are the
You
other
think they're gonna
teams?
win some games.
LA, Colorado. Come on, you mentioned it. Kopitar's leaving. Like, come on.
Vegas,
Vegas is
Dallas
always in
and
on
Vegas are in on
everything.
it. How about-
Always.
Yeah.
Toronto.
I just like to do that to you right away without even thinking about it.
I mean, not to be a total homer,
Everybody fantasizes about Toronto. Trust me.
but there's no. I
Even
mean,
though they haven't won
Sid,
gazillion years.
Connor would hate it the most. Sid would hate it the second most being here.
if you look around, there aren't a lot of teams that like perfectly match up with his window as much as Toronto does. Like
His window's the next
3 years.
Toronto does
Right?
make sense
It does
for sure.
totally, but I don't think he'd do it. I don't think he'd do it. But maybe.
But they just have nothing to trade anyway, so.
Yeah, but if he
No
wants,
asset.
but if he wants to go there, it's not going to be a huge trade anyway, right? Like,
Can you
imagine
trade
if
for not a
Dubas
huge
trades Toronto to the league,
But
to
Dubas
the
can't
Leafs.
embarrass himself, and he
So
cannot.
true. They
and
win
he-
the cup
and,
instead
and more
after trades
importantly,
I'll buy-
he cannot embarrass the season ticket holders.
I'll say this right
Okay.
now: if Sid gets traded to the
Pittsburgh season ticket holders?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't give him away. If you're going to go back to them
Rather
and say, we had to do this because we're protecting the future, you got to get something back for them.
Yeah.
You have to.
It cannot be the Marchand
It
thing.
cannot be a strict
Launcheroo.
giveaway. It can't. And although Sid can dictate so much of it as Connor can in Edmonton,
Yeah.
they can pick their own spot and they can force trades. And with the pressure of the league behind Crosby and McDavid, they're going to get whatever they want. But you cannot embarrass